In conjunction with the council president, we had seen a comment on a newspaper column from a local business that expressed some concerns with signage, that they weren't allowed to put a sign up on the right-of-way for their business because they had one over the door of the business, which is on the parking lot. So if you look at the measure, the first paragraph is the current bylaw, which essentially says one wall sign for each lot, street frontage of each establishment, provided it shall be attached in parallel to the main wall of the building. The aggregate surface area of all wall signs in any one lot shall not exceed 5% of the aggregate surface area of all exterior walls of buildings on such lot. And if lighted, it shall be illuminated internally or by indirect method with light only. What I proposed, and this is obviously what we need to discuss tonight before we send this on to the planning board for them to take a look at, is one wall sign permitted on each establishment with frontage on public way, provided the sign is attached, so that much stays the same. But then, if the primary customer entrance is located on a different wall that faces a parking area rather than the public way, one additional wall sign is permitted on that entrance facing wall. So if you have and you've seen a lot of buildings like this that are on a main street, the entrance though is on the side on the parking lot. So they'd be able to have a sign on the main street, then they'd also be able to have a sign facing the parking lot. I also am proposing changing the total surface area so that instead of it being 5% of the entire exterior of the building, it's 5% of the wall that the sign is on. So they'd be able to have bigger signs than they have now, but not gigantic signs that would overwhelm.
My goal, and I know other councilors' goal, is just to drag this town kicking and screaming to a point where it is friendly to business, it is helpful to business, and it supports businesses, desires businesses to come in, work with us, grow with us, and for government not to overly interfere with how private businesses operate.
Just to due diligence, play devil's advocate. So what's the worst case scenario here if we allow this, right? I think it's that there's an overabundance of signs. I don't even think it's a safety issue. I think it's an overabundance of signs and sort of, it looks bad issue. I mean, you would have to have so many of these signs for us to even be anywhere near that universe.
I would entertain a motion to report back to the council and ask them to refer this to the planning board.
I make a motion to report measure 2026-006 back to the full council with a recommendation that it be forwarded to the planning board, referred to the planning board.
Second.
All right, and then seconded. Is there any further comment? All right, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye.